Good. How's training been?
Good, good. It's been a good week. Obviously, coming off of the result in Indy, we understand it's a difficult environment we're about to go to. Against a very good team, a well-coached team. So, try to make sure we prepare as best as we can. And put our best foot forward.
Last week we talked about clinching the playoffs. This week there's a scenario where you guys could clinch a home playoff game depending on your result and other results. Just tell me about how important it is to make sure that everybody has to come through Lynn Family Stadium this postseason.
Yeah, I think that's been a big message for sure when it comes to the playoffs. But ultimately, again, we have to make sure that we're as prepared as we can be. We control what we can control. We have the right mentality certainly needed when you're going on the road against a team like Rhode Island. And if we continue to focus on the process and do things the right way, our belief is that ultimately, the playoffs will run through Lynn Family Stadium. But we have to stay focused week by week, not look forward, only look at what we have to deal with this weekend.
Rhode Island, big result for them last week. They're right in the battle for that last playoff spot. Obviously a talented team, but they're starting to kind of play well right now. What do you think of them?
Yeah, I think they've been pretty unfortunate in a lot of their games. I think they're a very good team that is difficult to play against. They have a lot of attacking talent. They have a lot of strength at the back, a lot of size all over the field. So it'll present certainly our own challenges against them. But again, if we continue to focus on us, focus on having the right mentality, starting the game the right way, which we didn't against Indy, making sure we're taking the fans out of it. I think that becomes important. So a strong start, strong mentality puts us in the best position to win the game.
We talked a little bit about it last week, but new stadium, for a guy like you who's been in the league a few years now, it's got to be somewhat rewarding to see more investment coming to other places. You can go to places like the stadium that they have. Just give me your thoughts on what you're expecting and maybe what it means.
Yeah, a lot of credit to their ownership group and their front office and obviously the city for them to be able to get done what they've gotten done. I'm excited to be able to see it. I think it does show the growth in this league. I also think it's important, that we continue to push one another as clubs to want to invest in facilities and invest in infrastructure. I think it ultimately builds a stronger league. So, it's a credit to what they're doing over there in Rhode Island. A credit, obviously, to what they did last year, both on the field and then certainly going into this year off the field. But I do think it's important that for the continued growth of the league, you continue to have investment like that in infrastructure. It's critical.
A couple more quick ones. Niall last week with an assist became the 8th player in league history to have 30 assists with the same club.
Yeah.
Any reaction to that?
No. He was on the field to hopefully get us an assist, so I'm happy for him. He's continued to push every single day here. Not easy when you're not playing week in and week out, but he's the definition of being ready when your number's called. Someone that we can rely on, someone that we trust, and obviously his delivery is probably the best in the league. So it was a big reason he got the start against Indy. That and his work ethic, and he rewarded himself with an excellent ball there for Kev's goal.
T was very eager to talk football, so I'll ask you any NFL predictions this year.
That my fantasy team is going to win the championship. That's it.